Yeah, 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 yeah. Living in Babylon, huh? Stay safe though, you know what I mean? Yeah, stay safe, straight up, straight up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All my niggas with me. You know we rollin'. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bitch, don't nothing come free. Pay me what you owe me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All my niggas with me. You know we rollin'. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bitch, don't nothing come free. Pay me what you owe me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. These niggas full of buffoonery. Try me, they gon' read your eulogy. Gemini, you know it's two of me. Niggas don't know what to do with me. Alien, I feel immortalized. Only protected, we fortified. Nigga, you die, play with Mordecai. Lay in the ditch if you play with bitch. These niggas pussy, Lilo and Stitch. Lot on my mind, gotta get a grip.
Warren said people die at Horn Island all the time. I repeat, Warren said people die all the time at Horn Island. But if you do your research, do your history, etc., you will see that there hasn't been a drowning in 6 years at Horn Island. So I asked Warren, how are people dying out there? Is it the same situation as Nolan Wells? May he rest in peace. May his soul find peace. But are they dying the exact same way he did? Taken out by others? You, his so-called buddy, pals, allegedly, throw that allegedly around yonder. But at this point, we know what happened. All the details, what's going on social media, everything that's coming to the forefront. America knows, the world knows exactly what's going on. But only very few in America speak about it, speak upon it every day. You know, shout out to the ones that do for show, white, black, or whatever color, whatever race. We all know this is dead wrong. But I ask you again, Warren, how do people die on Horn Island all the time? Are they getting murdered like Nolan Wells was murdered, allegedly? And why do people even have to say allegedly when we know the truth? It's very evident what happened, very ever clear, and I ain't talking about the liquor. Like I said in recent videos, they did him dirty on Horn Island, man. Did him real dirty. You know it. I know it. To the point where he was unrecognizable. Very similar to Emmett Till. See how history repeats itself sometimes. But they had to identify him by using dental records. That tells you right there something real foul went down. Something real evil and wicked went down. So is that how people are dying at Horn Island, Warren? How many more bodies are out there that never been found or have been hidden, or who are floating away or in the jaws or belly of some animal, etc.? So you tell me exactly what you meant, Warren, but that tells you right there, foul play. It's been foul play already. Real wicked, down to the nitty-gritty. Some say the KKK, the Klan, it wasn't initiation. News is, rumors are that Ocean Springs, Mississippi is KKK nation, etc. Wow, brother. Nolan's heart was too big. In this world, some people, if your heart too big, they try to take advantage of it, advantage of you. They made him feel real comfortable, real safe, like they cared about him, had real love for him. Whole time they plotting on him, playing on him, etc. Whole time plotting how to take away his life together as a unit, as one. Oh, it was definitely leaders. You know that from the CETO call, but everybody want to keep forgetting about and ignoring the CETO call. Ain't it ironic? Ain't it real funny? But you can't ignore that. You can't throw that away. Hell, that tells you exactly what happened right there. Everybody on that boat at that time should be locked up right now. But they have the privilege, the luxury, because of coons alike, to go do interviews and sit downs and try to save face and speak up for themselves. Oh man, pure demons, they do it so naturally, so purely, like they've been here before. They got everything set up, trying to cover it up, trying to cover it up. But whole time they're sloppy with it. Warren up there sounding goofy. Jack's up there sounding and looking goofy. He talking about, oh, we went up there and sat in a room for hours, just holding himself, hugging yourself. For what, Jack? No cap. Because of the wrong you did, huh, brother? Because of what y'all did to Nolan Wells on Horn Island, the way y'all did him dirty on that island. Is that why Javon said, hey, Nolan didn't deserve that shit? That boat was sick. And all the other eyes out there, you see word is, scoop is, news is, people are talking already. Not everybody likes what happened to Nolan Wells that day. So people are speaking up, but how long do they speak up is the question. How long until something comes out, period. But people know what happened. It was hundreds of eyes out there, hundreds of people out there, and they just watched the boy get beaten, stomped, tortured, etc. I mean, hell, some say they relieved themselves in him, on him, all that. Basically pissed in his mouth, allegedly. Man, how wicked and dirty is that? And you want to tell me this crime wasn't about hate? What the hell was it about then? I'll tell you what the hell it was about. Black joy, murdering black joy. A true athletic talent that everybody loved. Even they women, they hoes loved him. White girls, black girls, Asian girls, etc. You know it. I know it. Then he was popular, a star. Then they go D1. They was hating already. This was a plot, a plan, a play. Right from day one, he was the pick. He was the one they picked. They had to get him. You hear me? So people saying this is a KKK initiation, right? Makes a lot of sense right now. Looking at it from a different perspective, different angle per se. Makes a lot of sense that way, man. This is some real movie type shit. Something you could really write a movie about. The whole setup, the whole plot. You think this is just recent, something spontaneous? Hell no, man. They've been planning this probably for years, maybe 2 or 3. See, ain't it pictures out there with Nolan on the boat prior, riding, rolling, really rocking in with him, locking in with him, etc. See, they're making him feel real comfortable. And guess what? They knew he wasn't going nowhere. His heart was too big. To a certain extent, he wanted attention, a certain level of attention from them, acceptance, maybe. You know, sometimes acceptance can be, wanting acceptance can be someone's lead to someone's demise type shit, right? See, it seems like he wanted to be accepted by them, by their group, even more than his own, maybe, baby. But do that mean the boy had to die? Should have got murdered like that? Huh? Do that mean that people did it should get away with it? How the hell do they continue to cover it up? Cover it up. And this ain't the only one by far, and probably won't be the last. Now I know they up there marching and talking in Mississippi. Well, I ask you this, Mississippi, huh? Heavy. And the media, creators, everybody involved globally in America, etc. The ones speaking up, marching, etc. What y'all gonna do if they don't charge nobody for this crime? What if nothing happened to them boys and they walk away scotch free? Who gonna ride? Who gonna step on something? Huh? You hear me? All the ones talking, right? Talking. And it's good. It's very important to communicate But at the end of the day, everybody getting paid off Nolan Wells. Hell, everybody getting a big bag. That cheddar guapino, federale, denali, huh? Linguine, fettuccine, macho cheesemo, denismo. You know it, I know it. That pape, that motherfucking pape. Everybody getting a real big bag off Nolan Wells right now. Right? Saying his name, speaking up for him. But I ask you once again, the one speaking up, saying this, saying that, marching here, marching there. What if no justice is served once again? What y'all gonna do then? Keep talking, marching. Is y'all gonna ride out then? Right? Get violent then? Step on something then? Yeah, you gangsters out there, YNs out there. And I understand it's a whole plot and play for you as well. They put you around each other so you can kill each other, of course. But damn it, when you know what's going on and you still keep doing wrong, you the problem right there. You know it, I know it. But you YNs turn the gun somewhere else. And I ain't promoting violence. I'm promoting self-defense. I'm promoting self-preservation around this bitch. They do it, they own it all day. Some of them teach their kids how to kill, how to steal, teach their kids hate. How damn evil, conniving, wicked are you to teach your kids hate from birth? Teach them to hate another man, another woman because of the color of their skin, right? Demons coming all shapes, sizes, and colors. We all know that. But to teach hate, but where do you think kids get it from? Where do you think they got it from per se? If not their parents' life experiences, etc. But parents teach their kids how to lie, steal, cheat, whatever, be lustful, be hateful, yeah, right? Lie for no reason, be deceitful, etc. Parents teach their kids to be a sneaky motherfucker, a thieving motherfucker. It's no different here. Just looking at it from a different angle type shit. And please believe it was parents involved as well. Definitely parents involved as well. Now it's coming out that parents were there on the boats, participating, looking. Shout out what she said sports. I'm gonna get into some of her videos in a minute. You know, I've been sitting back, kicking back, just watching what happens, of course, following the case, whole time understanding, you know, it's been a cover-up since day one, period. But they didn't expect it to go this long and go this far. And they really got to work hard to cover their ass. They bringing everybody in to cover their ass, protect themselves, protect their name and image, even if it's a foul, dirty, evil, wicked image per se. That just shows you the realm, the world we are in. And then people got the nerve to get mad at his parents for searching for the truth, wanting the truth about what the hell happened to their son. And when everybody know what happened to their son, you got people covering up shit. Cito calls saying he's dead now. Hearing him getting cracked across the body or head with something to finish him off, end it. Real initiation type shit. You hear me? But a lot going on around here. Javon Traston, where the hell was your antennas when it was going down? Y'all had no inclination that this may happen. Y'all didn't feel off a little bit. Nobody didn't tell y'all nothing a little bit. You hear? They say they started up with Traston first. So did he say something to flip the attention to Nolan Wells? Or was this all a distraction to get everybody separated, isolate Nolan, and then break him and murder him? You know? But his heart was too big. He was too damn loving, trusting, etc. That's why they picked him. Easy target. Boom. So if this was a clan initiation, it makes a lot of sense right now. But what she said, sports, I really liked the way she breaks it down. pretty much the only one I listen to when it comes to this case. At first I was checking out a few people here and there, but you know how it goes. The media, the money gets a hold to it. You see people like Nancy Gray coming in, then switching up. The big sponsors coming to her now. Now she finna move it to the side, try to paint a different narrative for the whole situation. All of a sudden, bringing people on her channel to make it seem like that he really drowned. When she the main one talking about, oh, he didn't drown, etc. Everybody know that boy didn't drown. Nowhere, nowhere, nothing near a drowning, right? If that was the case, we would have known that already. Why they keep the body parts so long? It's foul play right there. The medical examiner on this case is foul anyway. She don't investigate nothing anyway. She claims everything of what suicide or accidental death. She don't do no real work, no research. She cover it up. Matter of fact, didn't this same medical examiner embalm a baby's body without his parents' consent to cover up what happened? And you want to tell me about fair play, man, fair ball? You want to talk to me about humanity? Doing everything they can to cover it up, taking their time. Why they keep his spine, why they keep his lungs, his neck, his throat, his orbital bone, etc. Because it was straight damage, murder being done, real evil wickedness being done, real children of the corn type shit. You hear? Ain't no way around it. That's why they kept everything taking so long for the autopsy, taking so long for everything. They got enough evidence in the whole world to lock up everybody right now. All 30 who was at the party, on the boat, on the trip, whatever, and the folks who seen and observed, right? It's pictures out there where it looked like people watching something on the island. What the hell you think they watching? I'm gonna get into that in a minute. Everybody focused looking one way, but you think they observing a shark attack, huh? A campfire, a Snapchat correlation, what? Barbecue, what, man? They was observing a real murder. They're covering up a real murder. You think they care at all? Hell no. Look at all the murders that have been continued to be covered up. Look at the recent ones, even. Tasia Fortune hanging from a tree, black woman in Jackson, Mississippi. Foul play, no foul play, suicidal, etc. A real purge going on, man. You know? But black niggas keep on killing black niggas, hating on black niggas, hating on each other, bringing violence to each other. Telling me you can't keep the peace for once. Change the energy for once. Direct your attention somewhere else for once. And figure out who is the real enemy. And once again, people gonna say, oh, hey, this, that. I'm not promoting violence, never have, never will. But I promote self-defense like a motherfucker. Self-preservation like a motherfucker. Heavy. You got the right to defend and protect yourself and your loved ones and not think twice about it, period. And I don't care who the person is. See, cops, shout out respect to the good cops around the world. You are very important. But you dirty, low down cops, you're dirty, you're evil, you're wicked. Some of you need a righteous kill as well. Your main job is to protect and serve. But you got cops out there who ain't serving or protecting nothing. People got to be protected from them per se. Shout out to the good cops once again, the fair cops once again, man. The cops that really care once again, that really care about the community, really care about protecting and serving, right? They matter. They are important. But it's a lot of cops out there, destroying the community, bringing chaos and pain and wickedness to the community. Any community you want to talk about. But we know exactly what's going on in this Nolan Wells case. And people really attack his mother, Christine, for wanting answers for her son. You go to her job, disrespect her, put comments on her job website, etc., knowing that they aren't true. You know, right there, this was hate, jealousy, envy. They hated the success they had, how well-to-do they were, well-to-do black family, intact black family, etc. Had some of the shit they had or didn't have, right? What do you think? What do you think happened in Rosewood and all these other cases? Black Wall Street. It was jealousy, hate, and envy. Ain't it funny? Ironic now. Now black motherfuckers push that same jealousy, hate, and envy towards each other, towards their own kind. But yeah, they didn't want to see the black man, black woman have more or have the same even. That's why they burnt down cities, burnt down buildings, burnt down banks and all that type shit around yonder. You know? Violence. Shit, turn the other cheek will never work. And rest in peace. May his soul find peace. When Martin Luther King Jr. found that out, they killed him broad day. Right? Right. Come on, man. It's a lot going on around here. History repeats itself. He was comfortable. He thought he was safe. He had no idea what was going on because he wanted to be accepted so bad. Man, you wonder about the look on his face when they attacked him, when he figured out what was going on. Like, hey, are these guys really trying to kill him here? Wonder what he was thinking. You know, they were definitely coked up, drugged up, etc. I'm sure he saw the devil in their eyes, the evil wickedness in their eyes for sure. Their eyes were probably bloodshot red. Matter of fact, you know, it was drugs involved. Come on now. You think it's just rumors, speculations? It's actual letters that have been written allegedly that said, hey, you know, what's dude's name? Why it was heavy on the coat that morning. It's a video out there that morning they got up and left Nolan Wells, right? And Nolan Wells was fully clothed, matter of fact, that morning. So what's the deal around there? He was fully clothed that morning. You think they weren't doing a cocaine? What do a lot of rich white kids or very well-off white young kids do? The cocaine at these parties, drink heavy alcohol, liquor, not just white, of course, but you know what goes on at parties, especially Horn Island. Right. Especially Horn Island, man. Come on now. You think they weren't drugged up? They had to have them because why? They couldn't do it sober. Definitely, they're cowards. So they had to have that feeling, that spirit be enhanced some way, somehow. What was the way? What was the how? Alcohol, liquor, coke, weed, whatever. Mix whatever in. Allegedly, throw that allegedly around yonder. Then they went to the point to say, oh, Nolan was drunk. He was this and that. No. They probably was mad at the fact he wasn't trying to smoke, pop pills, or drink, or do no coke up his nose, etc. Talking about, oh, he was drunk. He was drinking cab. The man was getting ready for a workout to elevate to the next level as an athlete. And who do they love to attack? Athletes or good kids, good dudes, good boys, etc. You know, trying to elevate or about to elevate. They ain't really messing with no black boys who in trouble or who get in trouble, gangsters, killers, etc. So they ain't gonna run up to the so-called YNs like that. Now they ain't gonna go deep in there like that, man. They want to pick good, easy targets who are worth something, who look like a big fish, big prize, etc. But they ain't gonna go play with no YN like that or no real killer like that. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because he gonna put that fire on their ass for sure. It would be hard work, a fight. You know? They just they just ain't gonna walk in no hood, no poverty stricken area talking or trying something or talking about they finna beat somebody up or this or that. You know. See, they normally have to isolate the person, get him by himself, make him feel comfortable, or lure him into a situation where they're alone. Just like Rasheem Carter, may his soul rest in peace and find peace, Taylorsville, Mississippi. Another prime example, prime situation. They found his body spread across the woods, forest, whatever. So gruesome, so grotesque, man. So demonic per se. They put his private parts in his mouth. And they talking about an animal did it. What kind of spit in the face to his family, to his loved ones, brother, is that? An animal did it? So you telling me an animal put somebody's private parts back in their mouth? Huh? Come on now, a laugh right in the face. They was hating on him, mad at him, jealous of him. He was just down there working. Small city, small town, boom. Hate crime written all over it. So he went to the police station. Matter of fact, reported it. Said, hey, help me, dudes chasing me. Can you take me home? Take me this, take me there. What the cops say? Oh, this ain't no taxi service, no Uber service. They plotting, played, and planned on him too. Some more marching and talking for him too. So I asked, we ain't seen justice yet around this bitch. So does the cycle continue? But it's always people getting clout, guapino, federale, linguine, fettuccine, mozzarella off these people's names. You knew it was going to be that, or you knew it was going to be that for sure. Just had to sit back and watch for a little bit, you know? But everybody trying to run it up off this murder, heavy. But once again, if there's no justice, what you gonna do? March, talk some more? Who gonna step on something per se, man? Oh yeah. You think the people doing these killings, sending these orders, whatever the case may be, and peep game Donald Trump ain't said nothing yet. He ain't said one thing about nothing going on. Wow, right there. And this ain't about who should have been voted in, who bad, who good. They all bad, they all evil, they all wicked. Anybody who's sitting in that chair is wicked. What the hell do you expect now? Only one who stood for something is who? JFK, and they blew his brains out broad day. Period. You know it. I know it. Right? But how much marching speaking you gonna do? Them people don't care about no marching, no talking. Oh, there they go. Them niggers, Ed, talking again. Hey, Bob, look at them, Bob. Look at them, Bob. Talking again about what they're gonna do, what justice they want. They ain't getting no damn justice again, Bob. By golly, Bob, what the hell are you gonna do tomorrow? I say, what you gonna do tomorrow, Bob? I'm gonna hang me a nigger. Like Monday, Tuesday, hang me a nigger. Wednesday, Thursday, hang me a nigger. Friday, Saturday, hang me a nigger. Sunday we rest, that's our Lord's day. All them claiming to be a Christian, all up in the church on Sunday after just hanging a man on Saturday, torturing her family on Saturday, allegedly. You talking to me about Christianity? Oh, we're gonna rest on Sunday, Bob. We got to rest and confess our sins, etc. Now, then be forgiven and do it again. Damn it! But I be golly, I'ma hang me a nigger, hang me a nigger, and they're gonna march and this and that and preach and not do a damn thing about it. You think people with that mentality, that level of hate in them, right? Give a damn about you marching and speaking and saying what you want and what you demand. They don't care no more. They're pretty much laughing at you at this point, laughing right in your face. They preyed on Nolan, took their time with him to bring him in to make him feel real cool. Then when the time came, they isolated him from everything, and hundreds of people watched. What kind of sinister world, sinister humanity is it where people sit back and watch someone being murdered, allegedly, being beat to a pulp, allegedly? You hear me? In my course, then to the black motherfuckers who were there once again, Javon Traston, even though Traston, yeah, and he a little suspect already. He probably turned on Nolan, matter of fact. But where was y'all at? Then in the pictures, you can see when you seeing people watching what's going on, a situation occur. It's one black boy with a drink or something in his hand, just looking, watching. I asked, did he do anything? Right? How the hell is three more black folks out there, and think about how that sound? 4th of July party on the island, only 4 black folks in total, all black boys, all black young men. What, no black women? They don't really rock with them. You know it. I know it. So how the hell ain't nobody else jump in? So you just sat back and watch your brother get beat down, tortured right there. Man, they say he called for his mama. How scared? What do you think he he was? Might have been in that situation right there. What thoughts do you think he was thinking, man, when all that was going on? Huh? He called for his mama. And once again, they say they relieved themselves on him, in him, etc. Vicious mentality instilled from birth, ingrained in their mind from birth. They just do it a different way now. This was still a lynching for everybody to watch and see. Get their rocks off on, per se. Come on, man. It's clear to see, clear as day. Even the energy, the frequencies, the people that got involved, the coons on the case, the officer, Tatum's, the interviews being had, the money being raised shows you what type of world we live in. The motherfuckers go create a GoFundMe, and it's about at what, 200K, 250K right now. They get that much for murdering somebody, allegedly, torturing somebody, allegedly. You know the red beads, what the red beads mean if it was an initiation, huh? Look like good old boy Warren on the boat, pulling a rope with the red beads on. Did he take the red beads off Nolan's neck, huh? Is the main question. Did he take the red beads off his neck after the murder to represent, look, what he accomplished? Wicked game, bro. Wicked game. More and more, day by day, you see exactly what type of world we live in. A real cruel world where if your heart is too big or you lead with love, it can cost you your life. You know, I think Nolan's parents were caught up as well in the whole city, the whole image, the whole so-called fake love, where they got distracted, bamboozled, per se, forgot who the hell they were and what color they were, and forgot what the hell they were living. Right? Right. Probably an easy thing to do if you've been there for some time. They were loving, they were caring, they were peaceful, right? And they were accepting and wanted to be accepted. And even still to this day, after his murder, They didn't even respect him at a football game. Didn't take a moment of silence for him, and his parents were there. His brother plays for him, and they didn't take a moment of silence to say nothing about him, brother. How disrespectful is that? You hear me? Another spit in the face for sure. How diabolical is that, brother? And them same people sitting up there talking about Christianity, in church every Sunday, etc. Talking about pay tithes and all that there. Same people hollering Christianity, some good old Christians doing evil, wicked moves day in, day out. Their son, was murdered on an island, right? And people coming at her, mad at her, at them for wanting the truth about it, for demanding answers, for hiring and doing a real investigation and not just backing down, bowing down to them, etc. They mad at that. Think about that right there. That explains to you exactly what humanity is and stands for. No cap. Here we go, man. Let's get into it right quick. Once again, this is What She Said Sports. She covers it very well. Hold on one second. Even with the energy of the interviews. Here we go.
30. That they came together as a group. What you see.
I'm gonna run.
Here we go. Take your notes. Take your notes. You know I'm coming to the comments, and I'm gonna stop along the way. I'm gonna stop.
But shout out What She Said Sports once again. Like I say, at this point, as far as following the case, etc., the news, she's pretty much the only one I listen to right now. I check out Willie D from time to time. Matter of fact, I might play a clip from him tonight. But What She Said Sports, I feel like just the energy, the spirit, right? The real spirit. I think she really cares. It's not just about a check for her or a payday for her, right? She really wants to know what happened. Well, she knows what the hell happened. She want to get answers. You know, she really want to see justice being served straight up. Here we go. Let's get to it.
Along the way, we're gonna have some commentary, but of course, put your comments in the chat. You know, chat, y'all know what to do. Whoo, child, let's go.
Well, first off, like I wish we would have never, like I think about this every day. Like I wish we would have never went out on the 4th of July because I know this wouldn't have happened. No.
Yeah, come on, man. Right now. I ain't even watching for 3 seconds. Look at his face. Boom. They've been doing nothing but telling on themselves from day one. He kicked it off right here. He started it from the first time going on there with Tatum. He was telling lies, him and Tristan, etc. He just said, I knew this was going to happen. Oh, didn't know this was going to happen. Slipped up. All of them kept on slipping up. You hear me? Knew, no, did, etc. They know what the hell they did, man. Period. Come on now.
July, because I know this wouldn't have happened. No.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I wish we would have never went out on the 4th of July because I know this would have happened.
Yeah, you see how quick he caught himself? I know this wouldn't have happened. He did it, boy. He did it. Wasn't he the one wearing the red beads? Once again, I ask you, the leader, maybe, but did he take him off Nolan's neck after it was accomplished? The mission was done. You hear me? To represent, to paint a certain image. And what about the black hand coming up in the boat when he was tugging on the rope? Allegedly, throw that allegedly around yonder. But they ignore all that, though.
Say what? This right here is the most damning statement in this segment, because there's some more in another segment. This right here, I'm gonna go back because you need to listen. to how he tried to correct himself, but there was nowhere to hide from what he said. Just listen.
I wish we would have never, like, I think about this every day. Like, I wish we would have never went out on the 4th of July, because I know this wouldn't have happened. Nolan wouldn't be gone. And
how you knew that? See, I'm stuck right here. How you knew? How you knew or know? How did you know or knew that this would happen, that Nolan would be coming back? I gotta listen to that one more time. This is crazy right here. See, we beyond the audio. This is their own admission. And he tried.
and day by day, every interview, every time, the more evidence comes out, it's been getting worse and worse. Them incriminating themselves, more evidence coming out, footage, pictures. What about the picture where it's a fleshy blood, pinkish color? Is that his blood after the beating, after the mob beating, etc.? But no one wants to talk about that, though. Pay attention to that, though, for real. You hear me? Heavy. Telling on themselves all day, all night. Show you right.
To correct it, right? He's done interviews before, so he's a little bit more comfortable, you know. But at the same time, we still telling, are we not? And what did he say in the interview on Tay Tay Show? He said,
imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
The 4th of July was planned for months. And now we knew or know. One more time. Got to do it one more time. This is very, very important. And now you got to start thinking premeditation when you listen to the rest of it.
I wish we would have never, like, I think about this every day. Like, I wish we would have never went out on the 4th of July, because I know this wouldn't have happened. Nolan wouldn't be gone. And like, it's really hard to think about, because it's like,
you knew Nolan wouldn't be gone. What? Please comment on what y'all thinking. What y'all heard? What is it saying to y'all? This is damning right here. That
now you see the energy, the gestures, man. They know who did it, what happened, what didn't happen. This damn near spit in the face right here as well. All the evidence showing what happened that day. Pointing all the attention to them, and no arrest have been made yet. From the seat so-called, you could have made an arrest. From the lies on the interviews, right? You could have made an arrest, period. From the evidence, what happened when they went to pick up the phone and this and that, you could have made an arrest. From the 911 calls, etc., that were made allegedly, you could have made an arrest already, Jack. No cap. That's how you know it's a cover-up, period. That's how you know it's foul play involved. There's no secret to it. They can lie, bring whoever in, say whatever the hell they want, put any powerless black face up there, any coon nigga up there to speak. It don't matter. Everybody knows what happened to Nolan Wells on Horn Island, period. And if you act like you don't know, you a damn lie for sure. You hear me? They planned this for months, years, maybe. All the hugs, all the laughs and smiles and handshakes, sleepovers, oh, this and that. Building that bond, that fake ass brotherhood with him. Whole time they plotting to take him out. Premeditated initiation, etc., whatever you want to call it. Per D, murder, allegedly.
Along with this was planned for the 4th of July, and we had to pick him up all the time. He didn't drive, even though he had a car and drove to their house, because of the things we were taking him to. We knew or know that Nolan wouldn't be coming back. They want to act like this. He didn't say this, but he said it one more time, and we're gonna keep it pushing.
This wouldn't have happened. Nolan wouldn't be gone, and this is you know, like in the beginning it was like 4 guys went to a stranded island and dumped Nolan at the island, just left him there.
Now, who said that? I never heard anybody say. How many guys?
Shit wicked, brother. Shit wicked. You hear me? Real wicked around yonder. You hear me? Heavy, no cap. Come on now.
That's 4. So that's the 4 that they were on the boat with on the way out there. I heard anybody say they took Nolan to a stranded island and dumped him there. 4 guys. I never heard that.
Now he mean they he mean they bring him back to a stranded island and dumped him there. Yeah. I'm sure when they dumped the body back over there where the murder happened, allegedly, it was real quiet that night. Real stranded. Then speculations is they put him in a fish box, an ice box, or something to hide the body. Foul play again. The body had rapid decomposition. Where do you think that came from? How would they rapidly decompose the body? Burn it, hang it in the sun, put it in a sauna, right? And you can never forget, they still got the body parts. Why do they have the body parts for so long? The intestines and other parts. What are they hiding? Are the body parts somewhere getting cleaned up, trying to hide evidence? Come on, man. Stop it. Here we go. And side note, this little disrespectful bitch right here, Warren, he left Miss Christine on red for about 2 weeks, damn near. Didn't respond to her until the funeral. What was that saying right there? Ignore her that whole time, but funeral time come, you text and you replying back, etc. Another spit in the face for real. You hear me? Here we go.
I think that's interesting. Let me know your thoughts about that. I don't know. I think his mind is kind of just trying to stay together. That's what I'm thinking.
Like, even from the beginning, it was just like this thing, and no one had facts, and they were just pushing this horrible narrative, all lies about everyone, and it's sick. So I wish.
Okay, so people had no facts, and they were pushing lies about everyone. See, here is the thing, right? People heard what y'all said. First, you didn't remember what happened, and then you did. It was a girl named Katie. And it's funny how they worried about how they're being treated, they're being threatened, but they threw Katie out there under the bus. Her daddy too. I don't know what happened to him. We don't even hear about him no more, right? Y'all threw Katie under the bus, but you worried about people that y'all know personally calling y'all out. Because let's just be clear, we're talking Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Y'all a tight-knit community. We not down there. Nobody came from northern Mississippi to call y'all out. That, what you're telling me is that your friends are calling you out because you said your people were texting you things. Well, we don't have y'all's number. So that means your own friend group.
Because people ain't cool with it at all, man. Like everybody know. You think everybody in that city would be cool with it? You think everybody liked what happened to Nolan? He was a good dude, good kid, good heart, good person, man, good human in general. Very rare to find nowadays. And they did him dirty like that. So you damn right people in the city is mad. I'm sure they was hitting up his phone. My question is, everybody's so mad, everybody so want to get justice for Nolan. Why don't you speak up then and go tell what happened then? Because it was hundreds on the island, right? Right. And we know for sure 30 saw exactly what happened. Hell, 30 might have been involved, matter of fact. So if it's all this love and this and that, why not go tell somebody? You hear me? But shit, why you think people was attacking them, texting them, rolling up, pulling up to their house, asking to see what's in this boat, in that boat? You hear me? They know what the rumors and speculations and news was. You know what the police reports say. They said investigate those 3 boats speeding off. But see, people really scared to come out and really fully testify what happened and go to the law and say, hey, I saw this, I saw that. This was the whole plot, the whole plan. Then you got his homeboys, they homeboys like Eric. He up there making posts. Your mom asked you what you did today. You told her something that could get you 10 to 20 years. So he incriminating himself on social media. Something eating him up on the inside. Is he about to fold? Tell something? Was he involved or did he back out last minute? But this is totally a cover-up.
We're calling y'all out. People that y'all know went to the coast happened to know some type first. 3. Their parents flipped it. In case you don't know, the number 3 on his black side. And then there's the word. Left him out there, family, or as the tender swimmer. People post what he said their parents died in one of the girls.
The definition of anti-racism, I mean, that we did not look at Nolan any different than I looked at him, or even you.
Cap, stop lying, boy. You know you lying through your teeth. Come on, bro. Stop it. And then they're being allowed to go up here and lie. Him, Tatum, pay it off. So of course he gonna big him up. Real coon activity. He gonna big him up, make him look innocent. They talking, lying. So-called Christians. Christianity, Christians, men of God, men of Jesus, allegedly. But it's funny, they did the same thing in slavery. Used that Bible to instill fear. Why they beating them, raping them, killing them, murdering them, etc. Reading that Bible whole time. Trying to play God, play Jesus, etc., man. Everything corrupted when man or woman touch it. Believe in God, right? Not man or woman.
This is literally.
We didn't look at him any different, but did you treat him any different? If Morgan was on the ground, struggling to live, would you have called the Coast Guard?
Hell yeah, they would have. They didn't call the Coast Guard because they was intending to kill Nolan. That's why. Right? You know it. I know it. You damn right they would have called them. Because they ain't going to try to kill Morgan. No, never that. Never that. And Nolan was an easy target. He wanted to be with them, hang around them, enjoy spending time with them. He enjoyed his black side, I'm going to say, as well. Understand me? But he enjoyed over there as well. I think, like I said earlier, a part of him wanted to be accepted or felt good being accepted. Right? He didn't see the signs, peep the signs, even the day of, morning of. How everybody abandoned him off the rip. Probably caught it later when it was too late. You hear me? Real wicked right here. What they did to him was real evil around there, man. Right? Wow.
If Vicky had asked you, do you need Coast Guard assistance?
I'm gonna move on to a different one right quick. Hold up. So that's pretty much what they're saying. I'm gonna get into another. What she said. 1 second, man. I'm gonna go to a different one. I just had it. Because we're talking about blood on the sand potentially. It was a picture that came out of basically blood, a pink substance on the sand, a red fleshy substance on the sand, which people believe is Nolan Wells' blood. And it makes a lot of sense too. But even from the Cito call, they were not on the boat, in the boat. They beat him down on land, on the island, brother, period. and they dragged him to the boat. That's why on the Cito call you heard get on the boat. On the Cito call you heard him say get on the boat. Why you think they said that? Because they were on land, on the sand. Pay attention right here. This picture right here. Blood on the sand, bro. Heavy. All right. Shout out What She Said Sports once again. Come here, girl.
Now, notice he said get in the boat. That makes this reddish colored stain that was taken that day. And this photo was shared from that day. With a boat or two missing from that day. So when you think about what you just heard, you think about the something hitting the head. You think about him being deceased. What if his body was right here? Because the boats are right there.
Deep.
You heard get
right there. And what does that look like to you? Could be blood, definitely. Flesh, definitely. You hear me? So what are we saying right here? Once again, we know what's up. At this point, it's just like, man, when you're going to arrest somebody, when it's going to be charges served. They don't want to arrest nobody. They don't want to make no charges at all, right? They didn't think it would get this far. They thought it would be another sweep under the rug. Yay. But a lot of people talking now, but it's also people backing out now, switching up now, right? That's what you expect. You thought Nancy Grace was really on your side, huh? You thought she was, you thought she really cared for Nolan Wells and was going to rock and roll and lock in forever with them and his family. Man, stop it. Boy, bye. You know how she get down. Them big sponsors coming, that big money coming and all that. Oh, she finna fold for real. Sell her soul for real. She don't give a damn about no black person. Look at all these black murders. They ain't got no remorse for that, no care for that. A black body in the street, they look at that the same as a cat laying in the street, a dead dog laying in the street type shit. Right? Ain't no value on a black life to them. Period. You know it. I know it. And people still out there seeking validation, seeking acceptance, wanting to be accepted and involved. And man, what? You hear me? Better wake up, smell the coffee for real. But once again, it's funny. Black niggas still killing each other. Man.
in the boat. So they weren't in the boat. It's been confirmed the boat was anchored. They made the call from their cell phone. There was no splishy splashing of water or anything like that. And they didn't need to be, because when you said get in the boat, do we pick the body up from right here and put it in the boat and drag it onto the floorboard? This photo is quite interesting. I don't hear anybody talking about it. Could it be because there's like a reddish stain here and they were seen in this area at 4?
That's exactly why they're not talking about it. It points the blame to them once again, shows exactly what happened to Nolan once again. The same spot where they say he was crying, hollering for his mama. Talking about, what are you guys doing? Man. How can they get away with beating him to a pulp, allegedly, dragging him to a boat, taking him somewhere and doing who knows what with the body, allegedly? You want to talk to me again about the world we live in? About righteousness around this bitch? Ain't no righteousness around this bitch at all. At all. People can cap and yap and fake the funk all they want to. Put on a front all they want to. We know what's going on in America right now. We know what's going on in the world right now. Hmm. And you think that ain't Nolan's blood right there? Shit. What they hit him with to finish him off. I wonder what. Pipe, bat, etc. What? Chair, piece of steel. Wicked.
01. So we got the autopsy as evidence that is hidden from the public. We have the audio that is also evidence that is confirmed legitimate. And then we get into a series of photos. And then we get into interviews. Let's keep going. All right, so here's another photo that popped up. Now, this is very, very, very interesting. This photo is from the Cajun Navy's report that had 22 pages in photos with it. Okay? I think that's where actually the last photo came from as well. And the Cajun Navy asked people to send in any photos from that day. And this is one of them. And what you're looking at down at the bottom is just a zoomed in version of what's the view at the top. There's the white boat, big white boat in the background. We got in the water a ring of people chilling, hanging out like we saw, right? Then we got a boat right here. People looking at the boat right here. Now, here's what they're asking, because they don't know, because they're asking. But this photo should have gotten more attention, because I think experts could have cleaned up this photo to figure out, is the person in the bluish gray looking shorts with the very dark hair holding a melanated body? Is that the left arm and the right arm, or something else? Is it a steer?
Man, it's crazy, right? It's like a spectacle to see, like a real show that was put on. A real show, man, with fireworks and all. A real initiation right in front of their eyes. Did they know what was going on? Did everybody out there know what was going on, what was going to happen? And why everybody sit and watch? Yeah, you hear me? Bitch, yeah. Why the hell everybody sit and watch? What type of people are you or they to be able to sit and watch someone be beaten to a pulp, allegedly? Wow. What type of hearts do they have or don't have? What type of hate is in their heart? Matter of fact. And some of these people are your doctors, lawyers, judges, teachers, coaches, cops, etc. The list goes on. And you talk to me about America and humanity once again. Why the fuck would anybody believe in America or humanity right now or anytime? You understand me? Real crazy work here, man. Real crazy work right here. Real wicked, diabolical. The state of humanity is a real wicked one. Not all, but majority. You don't even got to watch the news to know that. Matter of fact, you probably shouldn't even watch the news, right? Right. It's so much negativity around there. And they say, oh, hey, watch the news, understand what's going on around the world. Well, hey, you got a point, but you're going to watch it, see it, fixate on it, what you're going to do about it. Here we go.
Wheel. That's what Secret Service Sam.
Now, that's just part of it. But shout out What She Said Sports again. I'm going to transition to a different segment, Carmelo Anthony. Give me 1 second here. Hold on. So 1 second, hold up. So you know the situation with Carmelo Anthony, retrial being denied. I believe it's an appeal going on with his team, and they're trying to get a retrial, etc. But you know the whole story about basically self-defense, him defending himself from a mob, from being jumped and hurt, killed, etc. You know, he probably would have turned out like Nolan if he wouldn't have had fought back. I'm not promoting violence, but I am promoting protect yourself at all costs. But him being attacked, being jumped by real hateful kids or hateful boys, as a matter of fact, because now more news has came out that Austin Metcalf and his brother were young terrors. Pictures on X of him choking his mom out, etc. So these were violent beings. They weren't peaceful at all. So, you know, now even with more video, this recent news comes out. It seems like it's more clear to see every day that he was attacked and he was protecting himself. But you think they really want to let him go free after killing a white boy? Think they want to really let him walk away free, even if it was self-defense? Even if Austin Metcalf, rest in peace to him as well, may his soul find peace, was attacking him, trying to do damage to him. Oh no, they can't let him free. And they can't show that image, right? Black boy walking free after killing a white boy, no matter if it was self-defense or not. Oh, hell to the no. But the Metcalfs have a violent history, him abusing his dad, you know, representing, wanting to be part of the KKK, all this news and evidence coming out. And his own lawyer railroaded Carmelo. He said, nah, okay, I'll agree to not use the hateful and racism evidence we have on Austin Metcalf and his family, etc. Said he didn't want to use it for evidence. So you see how wicked the system is, right? How corrupt the system is per se. Even in the court of law, the judicial system, who's supposed to protect and serve as well, do the right thing as well, serve justice. They don't care about serving justice in certain situations. That's why they sped the whole process up, booked him fast, where they let him sit for a year, house arrest, etc. You know, just waiting. That everybody will forget the facts, that he was attacked, that he was being ambushed, and he just simply protected himself, what every human has the right to do in America, worldwide, or that's how it should be, at least, right? Right. Heavy. They booked him fast, got the trial over with, period, all white jury, etc. Railroaded him early. Then shipped him down the road early as well. But all these cases around the world, man, this is worldwide. This ain't just a South thing. It may be happening majority in the South right now, just the cases we know of, but it ain't just a South thing. Been going on worldwide, and different states and different cultures, different demographics have secret racism, Do it at the job per se, right? Try to fuck you over at your job instead of in your face, you know? Period. But it's racism all over this world. hmm I lived in different states. Shit, same thing everywhere, just different cultures, different accents, etc. Man, you know it. I know it. Different faces, skin colors. You know, some places are more diverse, more people, different races of people. Right? But it's still good and evil everywhere you go. Bullshit on top of bullshit in the workplace, no matter what field it is. Right? And humanity is wicked on every level, everywhere. This the world we in. Different weather, different temperatures, etc. But humanity, no matter where you go, it's the same operation, same fuckery, extortion, corruption, but some love as well, goodness as well, heavy, right? You know? But I always said, this the devil's world, God's universe. I mean, just look around. Some say it's hell on earth. Shit, babies dying, hell. Talks of war actually going on. Man, some confusion, illusions, violence, you hear me? Distortion, period. It's a lot going on right now. Carmelo Anthony, you really think they want to let him free? Let's get into this right quick here. But before that, I want to go to this. Hold on. Check this out real quick right here, man. But the Metcalfs are very violent people. But are you shocked? They were taught that from birth. Something instilled deeply, deeply rooted in them. Started with their parents.
With the N-word. And we're CBS News Texas has also learned new details about Austin Metcalf's background. Metcalf and his brother Hunter were once caught spray painting graffiti, including KKK Kill All Blacks and Heil Hitler, along with the N-word, and were sentenced to 12 months of juvenile probation. Records reveal they reportedly told authorities, "We did some dumb stuff. We did some vandalism." There are several documented instances of Austin using racial slurs in school. And in 2023, Austin was accused of bullying a black student in class. In 2018, while still in elementary school, Austin and his brother were accused of bullying and assaulting a female, which led to his arrest.
So they've been violent, been violent since a young age, period. Influenced by racism, hate, jealousy, etc. Own family pain, in home family pain, right? Problems with their father, obviously, their mother, obviously. I mean, hell, I'm gonna show you a picture in a minute. He's choking his mother, putting his hands on his mother, right, in an aggressive way. So it's been problems there off the rip from jump. He's been hostile since a young age, elementary, they say. And doing real damage to the point where he has to be arrested, etc. We go.
An argument in 2024 with another female student, Austin allegedly knocked her to the ground and punched her in the stomach. He was also kicked out of a football game and texted someone later, "I was about to beat the expletive out of those kids." At a previous track meet, when another student alerted Austin that someone not on their team, quote, "behind our bench was talking wild," Austin reportedly replied, "Kill that MF." During the 2023-2024 school year, he received in-school suspension twice. School disciplinary records from April 2022 to May 2024 reveal that Austin reportedly called a teacher the B word and used profanity. He told a school official that he couldn't control it and wasn't aware that it was coming out of his mouth.
So he's a violent guy, was a violent guy. Rest in peace to him once again as well. Just never got the help he needed, especially not from his dad or mama. But he was real violent, real out of control per se when he say he couldn't control it and wasn't aware that it was coming out of his mouth. So you don't think possibly he couldn't control himself verse against Carmelo Anthony. He couldn't control the anger and the rage, etc. And it says Carmelo Anthony was lured in as well into the tent, just minding his own business per se. So how do you know he didn't black out? He wouldn't have blacked out and tried to kill Carmelo Anthony in that moment. So a lot of violence around him for sure. You know?
In 2024, on at least 5 occasions, Austin saw a counselor regarding his anger and rage during a football game. In 2021, he got banned from attending basketball games for a season after yelling profanity at a player. Metcalf also got suspended after he and another student were talking about bringing a gun to school the following day.
So violent history, violent path. You check out this here, 1 second. So you have a kid that's a bully, first off, loves to do damage for sure. Right here, choking his mom. Right. Now they say they don't know if it's him or his brother, but whichever, the violence is there once again. And you'll choke your mama, hell, you would choke anybody. Right? But he was definitely an angered youth. And I'm sure the people around him didn't make it no better. Didn't improve him at all. Right? And now they coming out with Carmelo Anthony's ex-girlfriend saying, oh, hey, he threatened me and was saying he was suicidal or mad or was ready to do something, this and that, harassing her before the incident. How ironic. All of a sudden that comes out now. Now she want to speak now. And let's say that is the case, which I question that highly. But let's say that did happen. And does that mean that's the reason he stabbed Austin Metcalf, protecting himself? Hell no. He didn't do nothing to her. He didn't harm her. So what the hell do her text and him and her back and forth matter right now when we talking about a totally different situation where he was mobbed, jumped, etc., allegedly attacked by numerous people for what? For no reason. And you just heard Metcalf's background and history. Ongoing and ongoing. Didn't he break his arm? Didn't he break his daddy's arm as well? So a very violent dude, once again. Not a cool dude, a violent dude, period. And everybody mad at Carmelo for protecting himself. Just like Christine Wells said, they didn't ask for this attention, asked to be put in this spotlight or situation, right? Carmelo didn't ask to get ran up on, be put in the spotlight, put in the limelight, to have to stab him, to get motherfuckers up off him. Ask yourself the question, four people on you, 6 people on you, what the hell you gonna do? And you're not a violent person. You have no self-defense awareness, capabilities, etc. Your parents haven't had you in any classes or nothing like that. Your daddy ain't like that. Your mama ain't like that for sure. So you really can't protect yourself at all. Better be glad he had that poke or whatever he had there with him, because he would have been just like Nolan left on the island. They would have left him at the track meet, period, in that tent right there. And it would have been the same old situation like every time. They would have flipped it to where they say he was the threat. It was self-defense for them and all them boys, even though it was, 4 or 5 on one person. But he was the aggressor. Let me guess. That's exactly the story they would have painted. Off the rip, straight up. You know it. I know it. The cycle continues once again. But hold up. Defense says Carmelo Anthony appeal is strengthened despite new trial denial. Here we go. Carmelo Anthony's motion for a new trial in the fatal stabbing of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf was denied. But his defense team is preparing to take the case to the Court of Appeals. The defense introduced new record evidence of undisclosed gentlemen's agreements between prosecutors and original trial attorneys that kept previous aggressive behavior by both the victim and Anthony from the jury. And that's crazy work right there. Like I said earlier, his lawyer flipped on him. How do you deny that information? How do you agree to hide that information? That's information that is important right there. Could change the whole narrative and case right there, brother. Foul play once again, heavy. They're trying to cover it up, just like Nolan Wells. They're trying to cover it up. Everybody, they try to cover it up. Period. You know it. I know it. The formal appeals process is expected to take time, with Anthony likely not receiving a appellate hearing until 2027. And now he has to survive in prison, keep his mind strong, survive, protect himself. Hopefully, them black niggas is protecting him in there. But shit, some is pervert, some is damn wicked, some is evil. Some will take a payday and anything to get at him, right? You know it. I know it, man. It be your own kind sometime. Straight up. For real. Come on now. Carmelo Anthony's bid for a new trial may be over, but his defense team says the fight over his conviction is not. And that's respectable right there. Even though Anthony's motion for a new trial was denied, defense attorney Russell Wilson said the allegations and evidence presented during the hearing put the team in a stronger position for the next phase of the appeals process. So basically, that's pretty much for Anthony. I'm not going to keep on reading more into it. You know, you pretty much know what's going on. They pretty much denied it. I mean, once again, what we know during the hearing, Anthony's new legal team presented information Wilson said will now be part of the record that follows the case to the Court of Appeals. Some of that information included allegations of damaging character, evidence about the victim, 17-year-old Austin Metcalf, including past aggressive and reportedly racist behavior, which I showed earlier in the X feed. Don't got to read in that no more. So what's next? Basically, the appeals process takes time, and Anthony likely will not get a hearing until 2027. Wicked, for real. Wilson said there could be movement in legal filings from both sides before then, and that the defense is prepared to exhaust all appeal options. So that's pretty much where they're at. Sitting there waiting pretty much to 2027, you know? But this is real corruption. This is real America. You know, pretty much all the advice anyone could give to Carmelo Anthony is, you know, keep his head up, stay strong. I'm sure it's definitely easier said than done in there. But keep his head up, try to keep his mental right, man. Get on his workout program. Hopefully he has mentors around him in there. You know, motherfuckers who have matured or have some sense or some knowledge, right? Heavy. And just can give him overall protection and not try to be on no weird shit type shit. You hear me? You know, so that's pretty much how it goes. I'm sure his team will keep fighting. I mean, they pretty much ain't got no choice. But it's wicked, man. Downright wrong. I'm finna get up out of here, though. See y'all on the next one. Rest in peace, Nolan Wells, right? Condolences, prayers up to his family and loved ones for sure. You know, prayers up for Carmelo as well, dog. Heavy. Wicked game. It's a wicked game, Babylon. Stay aware. Man. Down at the levee. We going fishing at the levee. Big warrior head. Babylon, stay aware. Wicked. Believe that.